Several factors will continue to drive the increased adoption of e-commerce in distribution. So it's important that distributors really understand what it is they need to be doing to stay competitive in the new marketplace. I recently spoke about this with Bob DeStefano of SVM e-marketing solutions.
Based on a recent survey that MDM did, acceptance of the role of e-commerce in distribution appears to be up over the past 12 months. What do you think are some of the drivers behind this?
Well, Janelle, I think that there are a few factors at play here. Number one, I think that there is increased competitive pressure. I think over the past year, distributors have seen the success of Grainger Online, Amazon Supply.com jumping into the marketplace, and it kind of served as a wake-up call. They're starting to understand that they need to get serious about their online offering or they're going to risk their future success. Another factor that I think is at play here is the face of their customer is changing significantly. The boomer generation is being overtaken by Generation X and the millennials in the workplace. And this is a tech-savvy group that really wants to do business differently. So I think that's another factor. And I think that is leading into a significant change that's occurring in buyer behavior overall. According to Marketing Sherpa, in 80% of B2B transactions today, the customer finds the supplier, not the other way around. So distributors can no longer rely so heavily on their sales force to drum up new business. They need to understand that they need to bubble up on that first page of Google if they want to build their customer base.
How has the marketplace changed with this increasing e-commerce implementation?
I would say that there hasn't been a very big change in the marketplace so far, but I do anticipate one building. I really think that distributors are beginning to realize that e-commerce is no longer an option. It's a requirement to remain competitive in the future. And I have some anecdotal evidence of that. I serve as the endorsed online marketing consultant for a number of industrial trade associations. And over the past 6 months, I have seen a significant increase in the number of calls that I'm getting from distributors looking for consultation, looking for a path, looking for ideas on what they should be doing to start enhancing their online presence. So I do see a significant change in the horizon.
When distributors do come to you for help with e-marketing, from website improvement to deciding what route to take on e-commerce, what are some of the most common questions they have, and what do they want from these solutions?
Sure. First and foremost, I think that there's a lot of confusion, and they're trying to clear up that confusion. They've been hearing about websites, they've been hearing about search engine marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, and it's just really, really confusing to them. To them, it's a big black box of mystery. And what I try to do is explain to them, look, this big black box, think of it as a toolbox, and think of each of the different components of online marketing, your website, search engine marketing, email marketing, social media marketing. Think of them all as tools that can work together as an integrated system to produce results. So I try to help educate them on how they can leverage these different tools to produce results. The next thing that they always ask about is priority. They're not sure where to begin. And what I try to do is map out for them, this is the road that you should follow. First and foremost, let's get a strategy in place. Let's not just run and start creating an e-commerce website. Let's understand your customer base. Let's understand your product offering. Let's understand the opportunity that's available. And then let's create a results-focused online marketing strategy that will complement your traditional business strategy. And then with that strategy, then we can start rolling out the components. First and foremost, focusing on their website to make sure that their website is a customer-focused sales machine that has strong educational value, something that their customers will want to visit often because it's so helpful and because it's so easy for them to do business. That's the first element that we want to focus on before all the others. Once we have a great website, then we can turn and focus on search engine marketing as a great way of getting new customers to that site. Email marketing as a way of nurturing relationships with existing customers and generating repeat business. And social media marketing as a way of leveraging social media as an online public relations tool and making sure that we have analytics in place to measure the results and the return on investment, which leads to the final thing that they always ask. How do I know I'm producing results? How do I know I'm going to get a return on investment? And that's really where analytics plays in very nicely. With online marketing, with e-commerce, you can measure everything. So it's very easy for us to figure out what's working and what's not working so that we can cut the marketing budget while increasing the leads and sales that it's generating.
So what about people who still say, well, I'm not sure at this point? What's your response to them?
It's a good question. Now, for people that say that they're not sure at this point, all I need to do is just take them on a quick little tour of the web where I can point out a number of companies and show them how they are performing the types of sites that they have. The next thing that I show them is search behavior. Google has a number of tools so that we can estimate the number of searches that occur on a monthly basis for whatever you want. So I pop in their product offering. And I show them the opportunity that's there. This is a customer base that's currently searching for your product offering, and they're not finding you. They're finding your competitor. So what I try to do is show them facts, show them the reality, and then help them figure out whether or not online marketing fits in their business model. In most cases, it does.
Well, earlier you mentioned that the salespeople aren't the ones doing the prospecting so much anymore. The customers are now finding the distributor. So is the role of the sales team changing in this new environment, and what is it changing to?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's changing significantly. And I think it's because of that generational shift that I mentioned earlier. You know, I refer to the millennials and Generation X as Generation Net. And Generation Net does not want to be receiving sales calls out of the blue. So what I think is changing is that marketing is becoming more of an important role within the organization. And marketing's role is to fill the pipeline, generate leads. Let's get people to the site. Let's get them to reach out. I still think that the salesperson's role is critical, but it's more of a relationship builder. It's more of an educational role. It's more of a nurturing role. So I think that when salespeople can spend more time serving qualified leads than out there trying to drum up new leads, I think that the organization overall will be more successful.
You can read more about the state of e-commerce and distribution in the January 25th issue of MDM Premium, available at mdm.com. Thank you for joining us for this month's executive briefing. If you have questions or suggestions for future topics, please feel free to contact me at janelle@mdm.com.